We're here for Staci. If you want to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. Here's your ink blot made in your name and essence if you want to take a screenshot. So you can scry on your own time and terms for shapes or symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. Staci, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights, and of course allowing me to be a guest in your aura. I'm going to take a moment here if you'd like to join me to close the eyes, take a deep breath. Let's release the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's go. I'll add on the spirit box in just a minute, set the stage for Staci, and we'll add on tarot and oracle along the way. And let's see what's going on in your aura. I remember when I was making your ink blot and then saw it, I was like, ooh, I feel like I want to... I feel light and shiny, but why don't I see that reflected? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a weird thing to say. I'm going to see if I can try and find a better way to say it. Like, I'm light, or I'm positive. I'm doing the things, but I'm not, it's like I'm not seeing light or feeling light in reciprocity. Does that make sense? I don't know how to say that. So I don't know if it's like just things that you're going through or life. Maybe it's where you live, your environment, work, of course. If you're familiar, thank you. You know, those channels are absolutely yours to consider and not constipate over. Just to consider, is there an imbalance of reciprocity? You may feel light or are doing being of light because you are. But is it being received by those that transmute light and don't know how to give it back yet? Is that part of what you do? Is it part of what you teach or say? Part of the teacher and teaching others how to transmute light, but then give it back out versus hold the light? Or does this make sense? Do I sound insane right now? I feel like I'm wandering through. I know maybe it's me. Maybe I know and I'm doing the things, but then am I holding the light and illuminating with it? You know, like one of those moonlights through dark spaces? Or am I working with people, places, or things, environments, this or that, and I'm sharing my light, and they are not yet knowing, I don't know, maybe in a space, maybe they're learning how to transmute and return in reciprocity, but I feel like there might be a little block there in some way, shape, or form, like I give, but don't receive. But I also want to note, am I trying to see in similarity or in sameness? And maybe that's a point of it's not the same. It could be being received but not recognized, because I'm looking for similarities, something I'm familiar with. I don't know. I'm going to leave that there so I don't go nuts on you, and I'm going to dive into your ink blot. And as I've been like seeing this right up here, there's the eyes, nose. I think it's like a lion, like a higher self lion. And as I was like yammering on about light, I'm so sorry. I hope that wasn't too insane. I saw this lion keep looking at me, but almost like it feels old, like an African lion, or is that where mostly lions are? I apologize. I'm really not as dumb. I just sometimes can't linearly remember things. And it's like, okay, thank you. See, teacher being taught and teachings, it's amazing. So this lion is also the warrior that would hunt the lion. I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm going to land that it's in symbolic. Do you see what I'm saying? It's both. It is both. They're both predators, and they are both victims, maybe. I don't even know that that's the right word. Okay. But it's a higher self kind of thing going on here. Because it's all, I don't know how it comes through in the camera with the lighting. I don't know. But I'm not going to lie, like when this just looks at me, I pay attention. Like it's almost a little distracting. It's like both, yeah, both. It's just like a predator and predator situation, and I don't mean that I mean that in like a primal sense. Like your higher self and your human, as an example, are both trying to be the primary. And I feel like there might be a competition. I don't know. Hopefully you can understand what I'm saying if this resonates, if it is your scry story. But I'm going to move down here into this wonderful blue hue. So I'm seeing more empathy. 7th chakra arc area is there. Does it come through? And that's right up in your lioness crown. It's like a headdress of sorts. Okay, sorry. I am back in. Get very distracted in your ink plot. Is that maybe that's how we're resonating? Like it's just, what is that? It's like I can be domestically distracted or distracted by domestication things, right? Mundane. And then also divination things. And it just kind of whirls around. It's like, again, the lion and the warrior, like what do I do first? Divination or domestic stuff? I don't know. That's how I'm feeling right now. And I get it. Because I'm in like this ethereal energy space, and there's something, I'm not sure what it is. I'm gonna say it could be like a sloth or a baby eagle, something that bridges from the main trunk, if I may, out, and I'm like way just right in here, and that's swinging out to this emotional or energetic being. I'm not sure if the entities are alive or past or within yourself. We're here for Staci if you would like to add any shout outs. It has like a long headdress, like almost like a wig, like back in the day when they would have like those judges would have wigs on. And then I'm seeing even though for simplicity's sake, I'll say this is female or feminine energy, and this feels male, and the back is turned, but like the female is reaching for this, sloth, something that's slow moving maybe, or this eagle trying to spread its wings, or falcon of sorts. I think it might be both. I feel like I have grown many times, if you can resonate with that, Staci. Like, I feel like help me, undecided is in this space.
Slam. Door. Healthy.
Slam door. Healthy. I've never heard those wordies before. Okay, sorry. See, I'm already distracted. See, like, it's like pod, like all these parts that have been, like I'm seeing them like nuts in the ground, like these seeds of sorts, and I've bloomed, go back in, I've bloomed and go back in. I also see like an oyster, different parts of me blooming, grounding,
forward,
grounding energy,
dull,
like
feeling,
environmental energy, empathic energy, emotional energy, to ethereal energy. Okay, and I feel like I'm doing all the things.
real, I'm coming,
I just saw like a part of me.
Jerry.
Sorry, Staci, if I know I don't need to apologize, but
Color.
thank you for allowing me to apologize. I'm seeing a drill or a hammerhead shark. So tools, the gent energy is, or the emotional energy, ethereal aura energy is on like this drill. I want to say it's like a dolphin because it's in the shape of a dolphin. So whatever that symbol means to you, but then put it in earth versus water. And something about tools. So maybe it's different. It's like tapping into a well. Is that, I don't know. I'm also feeling like I'm still haven't left. That's okay. So when I'm back up in the judge kind of justicey wig thing with the thing here, I'm also seeing it like a skunk tail. Very protective, like the skunk symbol. What's what it means to me anyway. But is that skunk stank of my thoughts, my mind, because it is in the headdress, are those thoughts, does that come through?
Father.
What I'm seeing as the back turned to me, or someone walking away? Like, I don't want you to see it because you can see it unless you feel it, but you know what I mean? Because then down here, when I saw, before this card came out, I was going to say I saw like this kindness of like a pink version of you, your kindness, your self-kindness, not kindness given to others, the kindness to oneself, like chasing a butterfly. But I also want to note that
bathroom.
To note, like, is that just being wishful thinking or assuming like, oh, I'm going to go chase a butterfly? Do you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, then walking away came out. But I wanted, like, it's almost like I want to say for 2 shakes of a lamb's tail to make sure that my thoughts of justice and judgments aren't pushing me away from someone.
What? Alien. Shot.
But, and I also want to know how, because the gent is tied in. Blossoming Abundance has been on your bottom twice now. So
Brittany.
I feel like there's potential. Wherever you decide to turn your attention of your mind, divine and domesticated mind, as one, will blossom. Even if that's those thoughts, feelings, whatever they are.
Stephanie.
Yes. Sorry. They get my attention when they say my name. It's like hearing my parents say my name. And now I lost my train of thought. I feel like you know what I mean. Anyway, so what came up was all tied up, and then what was hidden behind it is community. So there might be complications. Feeling all tied up. Can't walk away. Even if this is from your own mind, right? Your own thoughts. And it's like, oh, how do I not, I don't want to say not, because I don't know. I don't know what's real in your reality. right? I don't know that scope of things. Of course, I'm just simply looking in your aura. But what I'm seeing is like friends, helpful friends. Maybe it's therapy, this, that, or the other, and
dark.
They can just help transmute things to see something clearly how you feel versus what one, we exaggerate because we might be ignoring the seed or the source. So our mind starts to exaggerate something to bring it more into focus. I don't know. I hope that makes sense, Staci, or at least applies somewhere. Whether this is a personal channel, relationship, professional, in your career, and you're looking to change careers or jobs and you're not sure if you should walk away, this, that, or the other, I don't know. Maybe the walking away was already been done. Maybe you've walked away from a past relationship or profession, and now you're free, but you're still utilizing not old skills, tried, true and blue.
Good morning.
Or you could just be, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to move on because I don't know, but I can feel it. And then I'm back to your lion looking at me. And it's like when I look at this lion / warrior all at the same time, it's like, and look at me. Look at me. Breathe. Place yourself in the jungle or place yourself in the environment. Breathe. Quiet down and scan the environment for triggers and threats that are actually there. Like, look. And I'm suddenly, it's very, very strong. So whoever you have, your higher self and mine, very strong. It's like, and it brings me right back. Are you in danger? Or are you imagining danger based on old paradigms, previous paradigms? You might even have like a therapist that's male, might be very helpful as well. Or there could just be a very stern male around you that is
Libra.
Could be Libra, but that makes me feel more like the justice
Jessica
thing. Like there's, and maybe this is where I feel for you. If this is how it's like, see, all of these things can be a million different things, and that's how I feel. So how do I make a decision? If you're even looking to make a decision, I don't know. Because at the same time, it's like, what if there is a stern set of something,
running,
person, place, or thing, whether it's a boss, etc. And how do I say it? Like puts me in my place, and then I'm like,
kitchen back,
so
computer.
In one instance,
Undecided.
I'm sitting here going, okay, it worked as a tool for me, right? To sit here, breathe. Maybe he helped me refocus your male energy, or I don't know, whatever this is. Refocus, breathe, and scan. Like slow down, Steph, slow down. And it was very valuable, and I appreciated it. But it was stern, but it got my attention. And like, I haven't even gotten down here. Oh my goodness, Staci, like seriously. The other half of me, when I revisit this time, it's suddenly like it kept bringing my attention up. Like I have to like check in with this overbearing. It's like, and where were you? Where were you today? How was your day? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Sad embrace and cleaning up. I hope the cards that are coming up in some way, shape, or form are supporting actually what you already know to one degree or another, versus me literally feeling like I'm all over the place riding. Will that card come through with the lighting? Oh, ride the wave anyway. But there's also those dolphins. But these dolphins are in water. The other dolphin is grounded and it's in earth. This card, Staci, I feel like I need to slow down.
Tap.
Wizard of Awareness. Okay. the lion, that's also the warrior that has been very helpful and also possibly overbearing. Wizard of Awareness.
Do
See?
not.
Like
Photo.
his demeanor. I remember we were like, or at least I was just expressing, it's like, well,
Hidden.
where were you? Tell me about your day. I don't know. Something about gal pals as well. Like
Food.
they could be very helpful to talk it out or whatnot. And it does bring me down here. Like, see, I haven't even down here. But I do feel like all of this in some way, shape, or form, in all of this kindness. The kindness you have for yourself and the kindness you have for others. The reciprocity I feel when I am in your aura is kind to kind. And I have actually, what I'm sensing is very deep self-love. Very deep self-love. And I share this with those I care about, these kindnesses. But it kind of brings me back to the beginning. Do I receive the kindnesses in return? Or am I looking for the same thing? Or the sameness versus what's actually there? Okay, so there's the Hermit came through. There we go, the Hermit. As I'm coming down into what I'm feeling is like all of this kindness, this is where I am right here, your empathic energy and the human higher self, and it all comes down into what I'm seeing is like these clippers, these eyes that can kind of clip things off, but into this, it's very earthly gates. There's also something here about the kindness, like I can see your house. Now, whether this is the house of your heart,
Living room.
the house of your actual room of where you are, and like look at it, it's like you're on a cloud. You're like cotton candy. You're like cotton candy. That's what it feels like. Okay, so the Hermit, it's like a space of introspection, and it brings me into the positive attribute of your lion here. Go within.
Core.
Quiet down.
What should I do?
Listen. And I know those are all great things. It's like yes, yes, yes. But truly, even just enjoy some quiet instead of thinking about it all the time. Instead of having to feel all the feels, just taking time to ground like a badass. You know what I mean? Oh, there's lots of cards coming out here. Okay. On the bottom, I do have 2 of Cups. Don't worry that it was upside down, because the whole deck is upside down. Okay, those came face down up here.
Dirty.
Okay, 7 of Pentacles. There we go. I don't know why I can never get these things to work to my advantage. There we go. 7 of Pentacles coming through. The World, 10 of Wands, and King of Pentacles. So I'm feeling like whether this is in that, personal channel or professional channel, boss, relationship, this, that, or the other. And of course, as you know me, it could even be within the self, the male and female aspects.
Run.
This 10 of Wands and the King over here. There's a particular demeanor that comes through, and you might feel that you bear a lot of burdens. For the king or the male energy to sit pretty. And then this is where I kind of feel it's like I'm regrounding myself, and I'm like in mountain pose.
Device.
To be like, okay,
Who is he?
are these mine?
I'm trying.
Am I standing up for myself? Am I holding my ground? Is my kindness being taken advantage of? Because it's all heart space. Like, woman, you are all kind. But I kind of would be a little nervous if I got you all wound up and tied up, because I feel like a different version of you could come out. Not different, it's another aspect of your energy. And then you see the butterfly flying away.
Disrespectful.
Maybe you're feeling disrespected. Okay. So when I wander into the Seven of Pentacles,
Where are we?
this squirrel gentleman is the Empress and the Ace of Cups. So it looks like there is a new beginning. If you decide whether this is a new boss or person and or like amongst your world, and you walk away clean house and not looking to repeat things. But even if you decide to stay and work on it, whatever it is you decide, it's like the domestication or the divinity, whatever you put your whole heart into,
Beverly,
will flourish. But it does feel like there's a new opportunity with the Ace of Cups, and should you decide to take it. Okay, I'm gonna flip this. It's a good thing that you get this. Hopefully you've taken a screenshot so you can also scry in your own time and terms. Okay. I'm going to let this... I'm just going to take a breath. I'm going to reground. I'm actually going to grab my... Yeah, I just need a second here. Staci. Woo! Feels like I honestly don't think I've ever been so outgoing in a reading, to be honest with you. So thank you. If you are going through any tough decisions, I apologize that it's under some circumstances, but I think we can all resonate in one way or another. Like, been through some stuff, right? Fresh perspective. All right, here we go. On the bottom is the Hermit again. You've had the Hermit come up twice. I don't know if Virgo means anything to you or if you are a Virgo. I'm immediately drawn to the pinks again, and I'm seeing them as two female energies of different expressions. So on the other hand, they were yours. It was your kindness, self love, and the love the kindness you express to others. Is it your children?
Closet.
Yeah, I believe it is your children. There is like sorry.
Immune.
I know there's other children unseen and not quite in the workings of day to day, but those that are there, I hear are they care with you. They care with you. Seeing a lot of willow trees, or like weeping willows, trees that droop, and I adore trees that droop, but they may have some sort of meaning to you. But I feel like, and maybe it's just trees in general, like I feel like I'm in a forest, or might even be a pond. Actually, I'm also seeing a key, some sort of key, a cat key.
Behind you.
I don't know if there was a robbery or something around you at some point in time. You have the World again on the bottom. Do you feel robbed of something here on Earth? I kind of feel robbed a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure why or what it is. It's the same as the other thing. I don't know what it is or why, but I'm gonna acknowledge it's how I'm feeling. Something about a cat tail as well. I don't know if something happened at night. I don't know. Can you tell me more about this? The willows, this landscape that I'm seeing, the key and the cat. Okay. These were unseen. 8 of Swords, Page of Swords. And what came up with it was 6 of Wands, I believe. 6 of Swords. All swords. All swords.
Are you from here?
Might have been in a past relationship that had you locked up. Or maybe this is what it was in regards to, this feeling of being robbed of something. Kind of left you on an island. Uncage, you had to uncage yourself. You did get the wheels turning again. And it went into the Six of Cups. Wish fulfillment did come through. I just heard bold declaration.
Choked.
I'd like to come into the kindnesses, if I don't may, of the females in your life, daughters.
How are you?
I'm sensing their female energy. How they're earthly expressed is not my concern, but okay. They feel squenchy, like I like it. Two of inspiration, yeah. I don't know if that came through, sorry. Two of inspiration. You know what it makes me feel like? When it's almost like it kind of goes both ways. When I'm feeling blue or cold or whatnot, they help, like I'm seeing it like you know those meditative things with sand and then they have like the little rake? That's what I feel like that is. You know what actually it brings me into? Thank you for that. That was lovely. Is, hold on. I lost my train of thought while I was looking.
Stay.
Okay, we'll put those over there. I'm not even sure. I know it was pulled. Am I going crazy now? There's no way. Maybe I am going crazy now.
Spirit.
There was a community card that came up.
Necklace.
I know there was. And why I'm suddenly not able to find it. There she is. Community. See how they're all feminines? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they work with you. So one is holding the harp. There we go. And it's like that meditative sand thing. Making the designs around you to help like clear the frequencies for you to see what it is that you want. And I do feel like it's supported. If these are your children,
Elderly.
even married in, because there is two in white and one in red. Could be they help you see
Float.
what you want. You also do this in reciprocity, but it's like they do this when you're not feeling, or I don't like saying when you're not feeling great, but you know what I mean? 5 of emotions. You know what that means. Or please, whatever it means to you. The devil. Change could be around.
House.
If you need to let things go, I feel like whatever
Rich.
you decide, these 3 are on board to support Queen of Emotions. What they want for you is to feel empowered in your emotions. 2 of emotions, yes. Okay, coming back to your ink blot here, and I also feel like there's more cards
Planet.
to be added on. Okay, Staci, seriously. I really hope this is serving you well. Thank you so much for being my muse. It has been a whirlwind, and I get it. There's a lot going on inside as well. So now I'm coming back. It's like every so often I'm drawn back
True.
to your trunk, where there's like certain things that have been tuned. See how it's like stacked like a totem to this. And now I'm seeing that where originally I saw it is like a cat. Remember I was talking about the cat and a key, like a little robber cat. There's your kindnesses. I feel like there is something growing within you. So whether this is 1, 2, 3, maybe heart.
Aquarius.
I'm like, I feel so very, very joyful. Like I'm going to burst.
Four.
I'm going to burst. I'm going to burst. I'm also seeing like some sort of toy or furry or fuzzy. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like a stuffed animal from childhood, or I don't know, but that's what I like. I like it. I like the feeling of it. It makes me feel squishy and young again. Okay, so I'm also seeing it's in the earthly shadows of what was. Not what was, but
Hurting.
not, yeah, from what's hurt. And it's like seeing throw a baby up in the air like, ah. And that's in there. And it's also, I don't know
Niece.
if it's a boy or niece or another daughter or, oh, I'm suddenly back into your email. Okay, so it's like those pieces are mummified within the spine of my soul, because parts of my heart are living. And now I'm being asked to keep looking at the Wheel of Fortune, time, Six of Cups,
Protect,
and seeing the wee ones
dangerous,
down there.
energy,
Tides and time. There might be particular karmas or cycles that things have needed to be worked out with different energies or more prominent energies for each of their souls, whoever's involved, souls, blueprint or plan type thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it sucks, but that like that divinity part of you is like,
sure,
might have that understanding to say, their overall soul has to, learn some things or go through some things or gain some things that, and
front,
time, tides and time, the resilience. Yeah, it didn't turn you to stone. It's not what you wanted, and it's not what you liked, and it's not near. Feels like a punishment. And if I may, it feels like an infinite punishment. And I've entombed it within my spine.
what should I do?
Focus.
Sharon.
There's that cat again, as well with sovereignty. I feel like you might be, vengeance is here as well. Choice. And then journey.
Jared.
Wow. Okay. So I'm like right back. I'm down it here in this. For simplicity's sake, I'll call Medusa. Right in there. So I want to slide it in. And the cat of the focus is coming in. It's like maybe somebody robbed you of your focus. Like, this is what I was going to do. See, and even like there's like something that they've taken. Anyway, sovereignty of your spine. Things that maybe have been placed in there by you to not forget, to remember
Virgo.
this, that, or the other. Virgo's come up a few times. So something about
Protect.
Choice.
Don't go there.
Because sovereignty is up here as well. But there's sacrifice with sovereignty is how it feels. And true sovereignty needs to be respected, even if it's not liked or understood in this lifetime. Perhaps your choice, your
How
overall
do I use it?
vengeance in releasing any of these it's like opening up to the journey of choosing, right? Like there's light and dark. Is that coming through? Contemplating something. There's a contemplation of this apple. Is it a risk or is it a
Scorpio.
reward? Is it a risk? Is it a reward? But there's
No.
something back there, right? Okay, so when I see choice Valkyrie, I'm back into your African lion, lioness, also the warrior, and it brings me, there we go. Like all these people, the warriors
What
and
is
shields,
this?
and then everybody comes into you what you choose, what you choose. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to close out here. I'm like down at the bottom. Sovereignty once again, in case you need to see that, because it's your choice.
40.
What sovereignty means, feels, and looks like to you. When I'm down here at the bottom, I'm seeing
Time.
See this gentleman right here, that gentleman's face. Yeah, is it like the man of time? It's long beard.
Joe.
Your name Joe? I just saw a fortune cookie. Something about a fortune cookie may hold a message. Closing out for Staci, if there's any last messages. I don't know what this dude's all about. This feels like somebody else. Actually, you know what it feels like or reminds me of? It's like a poltergeist of the self. Yeah, that kind of maybe works against your grain sometimes. Poltergeist of the self. Okay. I really should there we go. Staci, thank you so much.
Keep recording.
So what I have here is after the storm and the owl, the word wants to be written. What you want wants you. And what do you feel?
Jacket.
I'm right here at the bottom of your ink blot, and I'm going to utilize this, to start closing out. Something about Metatron.
Spirit animal.
Owl. Spirit animal. The word wants to be written. Perhaps that's a way to help clarify or clear
Monster.
anything that is like causes dark mascara tears. I'm seeing like mascara tears, but it's like the crying transforms, and it brings me into that community of talking or anything like that. But even if whether writing is an actual writing and you're looking to write something down, like whether or not it's like no worries if it's going to be published or not at this point. The point is just to get it out so you can see how you feel. See how you feel. I'm also seeing you, like if you do your own readings or cards and crystals and working with all that great stuff, is when I was talking about the Metatron, like when, I don't know if you're like laying down or maybe you have something that can go around the head, making a grid of certain crystals, and maybe even having like your phone or some sort of recorder, as maybe not writing at that moment, but just speaking like in a meditative state and speaking how you feel without trying to logicalize it, explain it, justify it or judge it.
Help
Just
me.
simply,
How are you?
like, because I can see this grid you have around it. And it's like, let's just say, you know what I mean? Unknowing, undecided. And it's like seeing one of those bubbles, at least when I was a kid, you know, we would draw and would say, you know, Steph. And then we would put all the sticks out.
Russell.
And then what makes me think of Steph, you know? This, scrying, stripes, Doritos. And it's like, but it's verbal. And then at some point in time, you might listen to it and then be able to pick out particular things that are worth like writing your next story to decide and to what work with whatever it is you want moving forward and what wants you. And then it's like the fabric of all reality starts to work with you in that clarity. It's like that this time works to your advantage. Working with the very tools that you have, even if you're, you know, doing your own cards or something, and, you know, let's just say for simple, and maybe you already do it, and maybe that's why I'm seeing it, but it's like, okay, this card comes out, even though it's an owl and after the storm, but you might be like, labyrinth, comb my hair, pissed off, unknown, like just those keywords. And somehow I don't know if you're recording it or you're just noticing it. You come back, you listen to it, and it sounds a little different. And you pick out something. Anyway. Okay, Staci. Maybe that is like your father time, or you have a father in spirit or grandfather in spirit that's kind of keeping time with you, keeping in time. Because it's like I don't know what it is, but it's almost like I saw like the beard of bees, but there's another owl growing out, even though I just said beard of bees, but there's like, if there's the chin and the mouth, it's like the owl is growing out of the beard. I'm going to leave this here. I've taken up way too much of your time. Thank you so much for being my muse. This was a lot of fun. A lot of serious things I feel like are on the go, but hopefully just as you said, just listening, hearing certain words, hearing certain inspirations may support. Otherwise, may it have been entertaining. Thanks so much, Staci. Until next time.